Let me start again. Hello there, I am James. James Swanwick is my name. We're going to go live here in about 13 minutes. We're going to be talking about sleep issues. If you have sleep issues and you are a lady, this will be specifically, or more specifically, targeted to you. Here to help you, here to support you. I'll be floating around while we get ready here. Let me just get the slideshow back up. There we go. If you are here waiting for the call to start, just go ahead and type in where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? I'd love to know. Welcome. We'll be getting started here very soon. If you are here waiting for us to start, just go ahead and type in your name and where you are watching from. Ain't nobody left but us these days. I am James Swanwick. We'll be starting here very soon. Welcome. Great to have you here. If you are here, then please just type in the comments down below where you are watching from. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Hello there. Who is here? Hello, Riza in Manila, Philippines. Who else have we got? Have we got Kathy there? Who says hello. Who's here? Welcome. Great to have you here. We're going to get started here very soon, in about 1 minute or two. All right, we are going to get started here very soon. Welcome, I'm James Swanwick. Who is here? If you are just joining, welcome. Maybe you could just go ahead and just type in your name and where you are joining from, which city, which state, which country, where are you from? I would love to know which city, state, country, are you joining us from? And if you're here as well, how would you rate your sleep on a score of 1 to 10? What score would you give your sleep on a score of 1 to 10? Score of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? A 3 out of 10, a 5 out of 10, a 7 out of 10? Go ahead and just type in the comment section down below. I'd love to know how you rate your sleep. This will really help me to understand how I might be able to support you and help you sleep better. Who we got? We've got Riza from Manila. We've got Kathy Strouch. If you're just joining, go ahead and type in your name and details. I can see we've got another 5 people have just joined us. Don't be shy. I'd love to just type in there. Just type in the comment section where you're joining from. Be so interesting. Just type in, city, state, town, and we'll get started here. Maybe even type in your age as well. That would be really helpful. Maybe if you're willing, just type in your name. Riza here says that her sleep is about a 6 out of 10. Thank you for sharing, Riza. Well, we're going to try and support you on that. Try and get that up to an 8 out of 10. And who else would you rate? Let me start again. How would you rate your sleep on a score of 1 to 10? Is it a 6? Is it a 5? Is it a 4? Whereabouts are you joining from if you're just joining? We've got a few more people who are coming in now, I see. So I'll just give them another couple minutes because a lot of people come in a little bit late, don't they? Or a few minutes late, so everyone's busy. So we'll get cracking here very, very soon. Let me just double check here. Is this the first time coming across me, or have you guys known about me before? I'll introduce myself to those who haven't very shortly, but just curious. I'm going to have my roasted dandelion tea here. I've stopped drinking coffee because it makes me anxious. So I'm drinking roasted dandelion, which is kind of like coffee, but it's not. And also, if you're watching, maybe you could just type in, what is your biggest sleep challenge? Is it problem falling asleep? Is it staying asleep? What are the issues that you got on at the moment? And then we will begin. Alrighty, so let's get cracking because we've already reached the start time. Just a reminder that I want to encourage you to make this an interactive experience as much as possible. So if you can just type in some comments along the way, just so I know that what I'm saying is making sense. I would love to invite you to just let me know that you are here and you are watching. Sometimes it feels like I'm talking to a blank screen if there's not some comments going along. So if you are here and you can hear me just fine and you can see me just fine, everything's working, would you just go ahead and let me know with a comment down in the chat below? Just type in anything. You can type in yes, hear you, ready, let's go, hands in the air, sleep, tell me where you're watching from. Anything to let me know that you're alive out there would be so helpful to me, so I can give you the best experience on this presentation. So let us begin. Ladies, hoping everyone here is a lady. You deserve to sleep better. Let's try and fix your sleep. Let's try and make your sleep even better. And so this is for any woman who's suffering from a lack of energy, inability to focus, exhaustion, tiredness, anxiety, a racing mind, poor mental health, depression, irritability, weight issues, insomnia, difficulty waking up, forgetfulness, brain fog, relying on drugs and pills, overeating, procrastination, low productivity, scattered brain. Riza said she's having difficulty falling asleep, overwhelm, worry, helplessness. Which one are you experiencing? Just go ahead and type that in the comments and I'll give you a shout out when you do. Let me know which one you're experiencing. In the next 45 minutes, I'm going to walk you through why you're still tired, how to wake up feeling refreshed and energized, and the most effective way I know to stop your mind from racing. A simple 3-step formula guaranteed to have you sleeping like a baby. And then I'm going to also share with you the sleep doctor's secret weapon to improve your sleep tonight without having to take pills or spend thousands of dollars in medical bills. I did this last week and the week before. We're giving away over $1,500 of prizes at the 47-day Habit Hacker program. If you stick around to the Q&A, then and just remind me about this, I will happily hand out some prizes here to some folks. Just remind me in the Q&A section. Now, hi Betsy. Betsy says she finds it challenging with insomnia and hot flashes. I'm so sorry that that's happening. The average woman, aged 30 to 60, sleeps only 6 hours and 41 minutes during the work week, which isn't much. We really should be trying to get over 7 hours at least. And a great night's sleep is often more challenging for women because of biological conditions which are obviously unique to women. Betsy's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi, Betsy. So yeah, a great night's sleep is more challenging for women because of things including the menstrual cycle. There's changing levels of estrogen and progesterone in a woman's body, and this can play havoc with our sleep. Pregnancy, women tend to carry excess weight when they're pregnant, and also the position of the fetus. Then there's menopause with those hot flashes. Betsy, thank you for sharing that you experience those as well. If you have a male partner, you tend to be woken up by a male partner more because men are obviously in most cases physically larger than a woman. So any small movement for a man creates big movement in bed for a woman. And then obviously, women worrying about problems. I mean, men are not immune to worrying about problems, but there was a study that showed that the female brain, I think it has 5 times as many thoughts as a man's brain per day. So a woman just has so many more thoughts and problems and challenges going on in her mind, according to some of the world's leading neuroscientists, that can cause a lot of sleep challenges, either falling asleep because you have a racing mind, or waking up in the middle of the night because you have a racing mind, and tossing and turning. So there are a few reasons here. Any of these reasons or things you're experiencing, just go ahead and comment down below. Kathy says she has difficulty turning off her racing mind. Yes. Women also tend to multitask. It's a real skill that women have. A lot of anthropologists and evolutionary psychologists trace it back to our ancestors. And the men would go out and hunt, and so they were kind of using hand-eye coordination and focusing on one target, trying to kill like a moving deer or a bear or something, whereas women would be holding a baby, nursing a baby, while picking and foraging and doing a whole lot of other things. And so women actually have a innate, built-in ability to multitask better than a man. I can tell you, as a man, I find multitasking very challenging at times. So women are using more of their actual brain than men. And so this, because of the overheating of the brain, because of this greater processing that's going on in the woman's brain, this leads to a greater need for sleep. On average, women need 20 more minutes of sleep than men. 20 more minutes, that's huge. So it's obviously vital and important to have a natural flow of melatonin. A natural flow of melatonin, especially for women who are, looking to have children, having children, for reproductive health, to protect eggs from free radical damage during ovulation. And for women in particular, irregular sleep patterns can have a variety of reproductive impacts, including an increased risk of miscarriage, low birth weight, irregular menstrual cycles, a lower rate of pregnancy, higher rates of stillbirth, which is obviously stuff that we want to avoid. And even if you're outside of your child years or conceiving years, or even before or even during, periods as well. According to a study by the National Sleep Foundation, 67% of women lose sleep when they have their period, which is a huge amount. In addition, exposure to blue light, which we're going to talk about in this presentation quite a bit, that can mess with hormone levels, Then you've also got cramps and breast tenderness and headaches, and change in temperature can also influence a woman's sleep. It's also not uncommon to experience insomnia days before your period and disruptive sleep while on your period. And menstrual cycles can certainly interrupt the production of melatonin. So it's pretty clear that just by virtue of the fact of being a woman, sleep becomes a lot more challenging, at least more challenging than for a man. Melatonin plays a role in maintaining healthy cycles, and overexposure to blue light can lead to irregular periods, which is fascinating, isn't it? So the more that you're staring into a cell phone or a TV screen or a desktop, the more irregular periods can become. Is this making sense so far? Just give me a yes or any comments so far just before we move on. If you're just joining, welcome. So great to have you here. Please do type in where you're joining from. Which city and state and country are you joining from? Yeah, if you've got any questions as we go along, please do feel free to ask. There's hereditary issues around sleep as well. Insomnia was found to have a 59% hereditary rate in women compared to only 38% in men. So if your mother or father or had poor sleep and you're a woman, then you're likely to have a 60% chance that your sleep is going to be, linked to your family. Only 38% in men, which is fascinating, isn't it? And then this is a really interesting, only 7% of women seek professional help for poor sleep, which is so interesting to me because women are fantastic at, I think, seeking help for relationship challenges and, women's groups and getting support and things like that, but not around sleep. But yet a third of our life is spent sleeping. And probably no one ever took you aside or no one ever taught you in school or course on how to sleep better, yet we do it for a third of our life. We get taught how to learn math and English and spelling and ancient history and things like that, but we don't have a course on good sleep hygiene to ensure that we sleep really well. There's a phrase that says, always invest in your sleep and always invest in your shoes. Let me rephrase that. Always invest in your bed and always invest in your shoes, because if you're not in one, then you're in the other. Makes sense when you think about it, doesn't it? So yeah, only 7% of women seek professional help for poor sleep. So what I want to do is make sure that I give you lots and lots of help on this call today to help you with your sleep. In fact, my promise is I'm going to give you a step-by-step strategy to effortlessly get deep, restful sleep without taking pills, even if you've been tossing and turning for years. And if at the end you would like my team's support with that, then I'll share with you how we can support you on an ongoing basis with a few products and some a really cool sleep tribe we have made up of mostly women who are getting support, reducing stress and anxiety and sleeping well and having energy throughout the day. So I'll share with you that at the end if that's okay with you. If that's okay with you, can you just type in sounds good or okay or yes just to let me know? Kathy says, yes, that's a great overview of reasons for women having sleep issues. I'm from Westerville in Ohio. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah. So we'll just go over that just before we go on for anyone who's just come in a little bit late. The average woman aged 30 to 60 sleeps only 6 hours and 41 minutes. A great night's sleep is more challenging for women because of biological conditions unique to women, including menstrual cycle, pregnancy, menopause, being woken up by a male partner, worrying about problems. Women have more thoughts in a day than men. Women tend to multitask, so they're using more of their actual brain than men, and this leads to a greater need for sleep. Irregular sleep patterns can have a variety of reproductive challenges, including a risk of miscarriage, low birth weight, irregular menstrual cycles, lower rate of pregnancy, higher rates of stillbirth, and then 67% of women lose sleep when they have their period. In addition to blue light exposure, changes in hormone levels, cramps, breast tenderness, headaches, and change in temperature can influence sleep. Sleep challenges happen before a period. Menstrual cycles interrupt the production of melatonin, which causes poor sleep. And blue light, again, can lead to irregular problems. And 59% hereditary issues for women. And only 7% of women seek professional help until now. So, does this sound like you in the morning? The alarm goes off and you cringe because you're still feeling tired and you want more time in bed. Do you often hit the snooze button? Do you pour yourself a cup of coffee? Can you feel last night's dinner sitting in your stomach? Can you taste and feel last night's drink if you had one? In the afternoon, do you feel tired after lunch? So you drink an energy drink, a sugary food, or take stronger stimulants? Are you grumpy and irritable with friends and family? Are you looking forward to the evening when you can relax with some food and a glass of wine and TV? Let me know if that's you. What about in the evening? Do you have a racing mind? Do you struggle to fall asleep because you're worrying? Do you wake up in the night, use the bathroom, toss and turn? Do you take prescription pills? Any of this sound familiar? Let me know in the comments if this sounds like you. Excuse me. So the good news is that none of these things are the problem. They're only symptoms of the problem. The real problem is that you are likely unaware of and do not have a proven, reliable, natural sleep system. So you've got all these challenges that are going on and you're thinking that that's the problem, that the problem is that you toss and turn in the night. That's not the problem. That's just the result of the problem. And then cultural conditioning minimizes sleep's importance, doesn't it? Society glorifies this "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mentality of go, go, go and hustle, hustle, hustle. We don't teach our children good sleeping habits. We've got this whole idea now, like, let's live life now. Let's stop sleeping. We've got to be moving. We've got to be doing stuff all the time. And it's severely compromising our lives. Cultural conditioning has us taking Band-Aid solutions like melatonin pills, prescription drugs, sleep apnea machines. But once you have a sleep system, then you can fall asleep with ease, with optimism for tomorrow. You can wake up the way nature intended you to wake up, which is feeling refreshed, energized, and enthusiastic. You can eliminate that 2 p.m. brain fog, and you can feel good for the entire day. Who would like some of that? If you would like some of that, just type in "me" in the comments. Give me a me so I know that you're here. Smart, healthy people educate themselves about sleep. Remember, only 7% of women ever get sleep coaching or invest in their sleep, yet women sleep for a third of their life. So who am I? I'm the co-founder of this sleep company, Swanwick Sleep. We produce these blue light blocking glasses that you can see down the right. I used to be a sports center anchor on ESPN. And we produce these stylish, fashionable blue light blocking glasses that you can see here that help people to sleep better. They've been studied by the University of Washington, University of Arizona, the Indiana University. Hi Betsy, nice to have you here. And the results were published in Harvard Business Review, the Journal of Applied Psychology. We've been on the Today Show, Doctors TV show, a few things, a few places like that. And some professional sports teams wear our products. And this is me on the Doctors TV show. This is me speaking up at a conference about sleep, the Paleo FX conference. And then that's me. I like pineapple on pizza. Betsy says she loves her Swannies. Thanks, Betsy. So, what's been interesting so far for the women present? Just go ahead and type in what's been interesting or something that you weren't aware of before that now you are aware of. Go ahead and just type that in, let me know, and I'll read that out. Was there something around periods, or women only being 7% investing in sleep, or melatonin production, or anything I mentioned so far? Go ahead and just type that in the comments. What's felt valuable or interesting so far? So let's discover the sleep system, including why you're still tired even though you're maybe getting 7 or 8 hours sleep, and what you can do about it. So it's not about the duration of your sleep, it's about the quality of your sleep. So I'd much rather you have 5 quality hours than 7 disruptive hours. You're likely unknowingly compromising the quality of your sleep every single day. And some of the biggest culprits to a poor night's sleep include artificial blue light. So it's when you're staring into screens, or the microwave light, or the kitchen light. This is a computer light. This is the TV light. A recent study showed that we adults now spend half of our waking hours on digital devices, which is a lot. Half. So crazy. And 90% of us use some type of electronic device at least an hour before bed. And this woman in this photo is laying in bed, using her computer, which is crazy. Like, her sleep, I'm not sure how old the woman is in this photo, but if she was trying to get pregnant, this is not a good way to do it, because it's going to disrupt her melatonin. And even if she isn't, if she was slightly older, and she was experiencing menopause, for example, she looks a bit young to be in that stage yet, but this is just going to be compounding the challenges, the problems that she has with her sleep, because she's staring into that blue light, which has been shown to mess with our melatonin productions. So the bad news is that blue light has some nasty side effects, including obviously poor sleep, but then eye fatigue, headaches, diabetes, obesity, cancer. And that blue light is suppressing melatonin production. What it actually is doing is just stimulating the pituitary and pineal glands, which convinces our body and brain into believing that it's still daytime. So we don't produce as much melatonin. This cat is in a bit of trouble. The cat's staring at the screen without wearing blue light blocking glasses. And noise is really challenging as well. If you're hearing noises at night, depending on, they did a study that showed that people who live within 2 homes of a stop sign, if you're in suburbia and you're on the corner of a stop sign, your sleep is going to be severely compromised because of the sound of a car decelerating towards the stop sign and then accelerating away from the stop sign. So really having a pair of high quality silicone earplugs is really important, which I use every night. Obviously wearing an eye mask to block out distracting light. Excuse me. I have an oversized full-size sleep mask that I use, which blocks out any light that comes through that can mess with me. You want to make sure that you have a cool body temperature, 65 to 69 degrees. That is pretty cool, especially for the ladies, because ladies don't have as much protective layering on them as men do. Men tend to generate a lot more heat just because they're bigger, whereas women don't generate as much natural body heat because they're smaller. And so 65 to 69 degrees for a woman is certainly is quite cool. However, all the studies show that a cool environment does help you sleep better. If your bedroom is messy, like it is in this photo here, a messy bedroom signifies a messy mind, and a messy mind is like a racing mind. That's also going to compromise sleep. Betsy says she learned that the average sleep is only 6 hours and 41 minutes for a woman. Yes. Kathy says, I wondered if the blue blocking effect with the clear glasses is the same as the yellow lenses. I purchased the clear computer glasses from your company. So the answer to that is the clear glasses don't block. Sorry, the clear glasses are great for daytime use, which is why we've named them daytime glasses. And that's great to block a lot of blue light during the day, but we don't want to block all of the blue light in the day. We actually want blue light because the biggest emitter of blue light is actually the sun, and we want sunlight. But at nighttime, we definitely want to put on a pair of blue light blocking glasses. Let me get a pair, my nighttime ones here. So here are my Aviators. These are the nighttime Aviators, which you put on at nighttime. Now, where I am at the moment, because I'm here in Australia, it's daytime, which is why I'm wearing my daytime glasses. But at nighttime, I make sure that I put on my nighttime glasses, and that will block that artificial light. I hope that answers the question, Kathy. It's great that you've got the clear computer glasses, but I would definitely invite you and encourage you to get a pair of the orange lensed ones as well for nighttime use. This is Irene, and Irene is in Northern California. She's been on our last 3 Sleep Tribe calls. Sleep Tribe is our membership in our community where we meet, where I coach people once a week around the world to help with their sleep, to improve their sleep quality. And within 1 week of following our protocol, I guess, she was falling asleep easier at night, and when she was getting up to use the bathroom, she was able to go back to bed and go back to sleep, where that was a problem that she'd had for most of her life. So most people think that only a nighttime routine is what you need in order to sleep well, and they take pills and they relax and they stop using electronics, and that should be it. But an energizing morning routine is equally important. It's not just the nighttime routine, it's also the morning routine. And the most important thing you can do in the morning is get sunlight on your skin. Our skin has receptors in it, and when the sunlight hits the skin, it tells our body's internal clock, which is called our circadian rhythm, that it's daytime. And so our body starts to flood with hormones like cortisol and all the daytime hormones. We become alert, we become awake, we become active, we start to trigger our brain, we start to take actions. So first thing in the morning, within 20 minutes, definitely expose yourself to as much morning sunlight on your skin. Studies have shown that people who exercise in the morning tend to sleep better. I'll show you the study here. This is the Appalachian State University. They tested people who worked out at 7 a.m., 1 p.m. or 7 p.m., and those who exercised in the morning were found to have slept longer and deeper than the other 2 groups. And they experienced up to 75% more time in that deep sleep stage at night. So definitely trying to do any exercise earlier in the day is going to help your sleep at night. Any kind of mindfulness, relaxing, breathing, shutting down, journaling, anything like that is also going to stop that, or at least reduce that racing mind. And once you've done the morning routine, obviously then we want to make sure that we have a relaxing evening routine as well. Most people will do this, which is watch TV, and they'll drink some alcohol. This woman here, you think she's doing the right thing because she's not on electronics and she's reading a book. But the challenge that she's going to have is that she's reading a book with the light on, and it's probably not an anti-blue light bulb. It's probably just a regular light bulb that you'd buy, from a store. And so that light is still hitting her brain and tricking her body and brain into believing that it's still daytime, which means she doesn't produce as much melatonin. So it's challenging. To really stop the mind from racing at nighttime, a quality hypnotherapy track with the great combination of binaural beats, of a perfect combination of alpha and beta waves that puts your body from a stimulated kind of state into a much more relaxed state, is certainly incredibly valuable. And other things that can create poor sleep include what time you're drinking coffee, what foods you're eating, what time you're eating the food. If you're drinking coffee within 8 hours of sleep, then your sleep will be compromised to an extent, because coffee is a stimulant. Foods you eat, you're better off avoiding food in the last 3 hours before you go to sleep, because when you eat food, your body then digests it for at least a few hours, and now you're putting your body to work at a time when it actually really wants to be resting. So then what foods you eat. You may not know this, but turkey has a lot of tryptophan in it, which makes you sleepy. Bananas have tryptophan in it, which makes you sleepy. There's some other great foods like salmon and things like that, which naturally relax you, as opposed to if you're having, very heavy carb-laden foods like heavy chips or potatoes or creams or pastas and rice. A lot of those foods close to bedtime can create a lot of energy, and also it puts your body to work. Your body has to now sort of go to work trying to break all of this stuff down at a time when it's supposed to be repairing and relaxing. If you take a shower that's too hot close to bedtime, then your core body temperature will rise, and that won't be great for a good night's sleep. Likewise, if it's too cold, then you'll be too alert. So if you are going to have a really hot shower or a hot bath, for example, same thing. You want to have it more like 3 hours away from sleep time as opposed to within 3 hours, to give your body time for the body temperature to come down. Alcohol is just the worst thing you can drink for sleep. Honestly, you're better off having beer or wine for breakfast than you are at any other time in the day, because at least then you can your body can get the toxins out of the system over the course of 8 hours before you get to sleep. But if you're having alcohol to try to relax at the end of the day, you're just compromising your sleep, because your liver is now having to work to get rid of the toxins. And again, we don't want our bodies to be working. We want our bodies to be in a relaxed state. And then the number of topics in your mind are really challenging, especially for a woman who has more thoughts than a man. And women are obviously multitaskers, which we spoke about earlier. There's too many things going on, and these things can create really bad sleep. Thankfully, when you follow a process and you're in a community and accountability group like with our sleep tribe, then those things can be a thing of the past. This is Aria from New Jersey, and it took her 3 hours to fall asleep. Now it takes her 30 minutes. So she's at a 10 times improvement because she's now in our sleep tribe and getting her weekly accountability. I do these calls on Monday evening US time. So Mondays at, I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific. If you're interested in knowing more about Sleep Tribe, just type in the words Sleep Tribe and I'll share some details with you. But we meet, and I'm the coach, I'm the head coach, and I'm supporting people, and we meet weekly, and everyone has fun, and we hold you accountable to good sleep hygiene. So just to check in so far, are you still with me out there? Just give me a thumbs up or yes, still here. Anything you want to ask or comment on? What's been interesting so far? What have you been learning? What changes will you make? Go ahead and type that in the comments. Love to know. But just a quick recap, it's not about the duration of your sleep, it's about the quality. It's not just the nighttime routine, it's also the daytime and morning routine as well. We talked about making sure that you get sunlight first thing in the morning, you're exercising in the morning, hypnotherapy at night, no alcohol, no food within 3 hours. Betsy says Sleep Tribe. Hey Betsy, yes, I'll send you some details. I'll talk about Sleep Tribe in just a moment, Betsy. What else do we talk about? It's not just the nighttime routine, it's the daytime and morning routine. We want to wake up productive and energized, and implementing a nighttime routine is important. So just a way to summarize what I would invite you to do, which is our Swannick sleep system, is to eliminate sleep problems and increase daytime energy and alertness, and following this system, following this process will increase your productivity, improve well-being, and obviously reduce stress. The old way that people would do that would be they'd drink alcohol to relax, they'd try to go to bed earlier, they'd take a pill that causes side effects, they'd count sheep, read a book, watch Netflix in bed, stay up until they're exhausted, they'd sleep in. And, all of these things is a band-aid and doesn't really fix the core problem. And the core problem, again, is lifestyle choices that we're making. What time we're waking up, we're drinking, we're taking our showers at the wrong time, we're drinking too much coffee at the wrong time, we're having a drink, we're not getting enough sunlight, all of these things. And so what happens is that people end up taking melatonin pills or prescription drugs like Xanax and Zoloft. They start drinking booze, reading books at night, and it causes a person who can't sleep, tossing and turning, which is a nightmare. So the new way we really want to implement here is to energize ourselves during the day and optimize our nighttime routine and relax. So energizing involves drinking lots of water. You may have noticed me, or I mentioned it when I first started, I'm not drinking coffee. I'm drinking roasted dandelion tea. There's no caffeine in that, but it's very, very healing. For me, it's really good for the body. It doesn't have that kind of stimulant effect as coffee does. And I also have a big water bottle here, a huge amount of water that I drink each day to flush out toxins and to stay energized. This woman here is working out in the nighttime. This woman here is eating a nice and healthy food. This person is doing some conscious mindfulness. And then, optimizing over here, we've got good foods. Notice that there's no heavy pastas and rices and breads. It's just lean salmon and avocado and some vegetables. And then over here, we want to optimize the bedroom, obviously, because there's light coming through, and that light can be very disruptive, which is why I'm encouraging folks to wear a sleep mask. Betsy says, hadn't thought about the morning routine part. I often exercise in the evening. Yeah, Betsy, if we could change that to morning, then I'm confident that you'd find a noticeable difference in your sleep. And then we want to relax, of course. Relax. And we talked about hypnotherapy, obviously making sure that the room is dark, making sure that we have our shower at least a couple of hours before sleep, making sure it's not too hot, not too cold, making sure that we're not eating within 3 hours of our desired sleep time. And so it really is a morning, noon, and night kind of routine to ensure that we sleep better. This is Josh. He's one of our few men that we have in our sleep tribe. It's mostly women. It's about 80% women, I think, in Sleep and Energy Tribe. But Josh was going to sleep around 2 a.m., but now he goes to sleep as late as 11. So he's shaved 3 hours off his sleep times, which is amazing, just by being in our group and being held accountable, which is pretty cool. And why the Sleep and Energy Tribe works so well is because it's appropriate accountability. Because knowing this stuff is only half the battle, really. You've got to actually do it. And I'm guilty as the next person. I'm pretty guilty of, knowing stuff but then not doing it. I'll give you an example. I've got a sore back at the moment, a lower back, and it's because I haven't been consistent enough with getting a trainer to help me to do the exercises that I need to do to help with my back flexibility. And of course, I hired someone, but then I left and I didn't hire the person anymore. And then I snuck back into old habits. And then I pulled my back in the gym the other day, and it's quite sore. So I'm not as energetic as I ordinarily would be. And it's so interesting because if I had just stayed with that accountability, then I'd still be doing those exercises, and I wouldn't have the sore back that I have today. And so I've already gone back to him and said, hey, I'd like to get back into some more ongoing accountability. So once a week, I'm going to meet him in the gym, and he's going to walk me through my paces and really give me a whole bunch of exercises to get my back loosened up again. And my intention is to stay doing that for at least a year, just once a week, because otherwise it does get a bit too expensive if I'm hiring a personal trainer, 5 days a week. But just knowing that I'm seeing him once a week is going to help me to stay the course and ensure that I actually do the exercises that I need to do to ensure that I continue to have mobility as I get closer to 50. I'm almost 47 years old now, and so mobility is really key for me. Kathy asks, do you recommend white noise during sleep? I recommend hypnotherapy to relax you to get to sleep, but I wouldn't recommend it throughout the night. I would recommend it as a tool to get you to sleep only, and then after that, sleeping in silence, which is why I recommend having the silicone earplugs, because the most quiet you can have is actually going to be better. So white noise to help you to feel sleepy enough to fall asleep, but then after that I would be wearing some earplugs. Kathy, hope that helps. Okay, great question, by the way. So a sleep study is really good. I have no friends who've done sleep studies. You're held accountable, you identify the problems, but they cost between about $3 and $10 and they're not covered by insurance, which is a bit of a pain. And I don't really want to cough up that amount of money for that kind of thing. But definitely getting accountability somehow is going to help with ongoing health issues. Like I said, I use the example of my poor back. The moment I stopped the accountability, the moment I didn't have that, the moment I didn't have to be anywhere once a week was the moment I started to let my habits fall by the wayside, and now I'm kind of walking around with a sore back. So I'm telling you, I've tried everything. I've tried willpower, I've tried self-discipline, I've tried motivation throughout the years. Nothing is more effective than just being held accountable to doing this stuff. Your sleep is no different. You've got to be held accountable to having good sleep because it affects our health, our finances, our family, the quality and duration of our life. So investing in our sleep really does ensure a great quality of life, and investing in coaching and accountability makes you committed to creating healthy sleep habits and having the best life that you can. So understanding what you need to win is that, just understanding that cultural conditioning is setting us all up for fail because we're minimizing sleep's importance. Making sure that we have a morning routine, a daytime routine, and a nighttime routine. And the nighttime routine includes wearing a pair of the blue light blocking glasses, an eye mask, listening to certified sleep hypnotherapy, and then eliminating noise with some earplugs, and then also investing in appropriate accountability. Really, really important. So today I promised you we would go over why you're still tired even though you get 8 hours or more sleep, how to wake up productive and energized, number one way to stop your racing mind. It seems like in the comments here that I've been able to deliver on that, because a few folks here, Betsy was saying that she hadn't thought about the morning routine part because she exercises in the evening. Great, so we can change that. Kathy was asking about when to use hypnotherapy or white noise. Great, answered that. We talked about blocking the blue light with a pair of the orange lens blue light blocking glasses as opposed to the clear lens ones. So amazing. So now you have a choice, and the choice is keep doing what you've been doing, or would love to invite you to join us in Sleep Tribe, which is amazing accountability, and you'll get to hang out with me once a week if you want to, of course. I'm a pretty fun guy, I think. And what we do in this Sleep Tribe is that we help you to wake up energized. So we help you to just live a healthier life, which includes sleep and some mindfulness exercises, reducing stress and anxiety, reducing some pain. And what we include in Sleep Tribe is some training videos. It looks like this, little bite-sized training videos that I've pre-recorded to walk you through how to block light, how to get morning sunlight, what time you should drink your last coffee, perfect sleep temperature, calming jewelry that you can wear, which sleep position's best, you know, what to do if it's still dark outside when you wake up, and you know, what time you should have your first coffee, when you should have your final coffee, how much alcohol's okay, best pillows, best mattress, how to go back to sleep when you wake up in the middle of the night, and lots more. So we're going to include that. We'll also include the Sleep on Demand book, which is a 70-page book, which will walk you through even all of that in more detail. And if you do that, you'll be able to sleep like a baby, at least a lot better than what you have, and you'll wake up feeling more focused and productive than ever before. So yeah, join us in Sleep Tribe. It's $297 as a one-time payment, or you can break it up into 4 interest-free installments. And I'm also going to send you, as part of that, text message. So I'll text you in the morning, I'll text you at night, just to remind you of what morning routine to implement, what nighttime routine to implement. You'll have access to me and some other coaches that I'll bring in on a once a week live group Zoom call, and then access to the community, which looks like this. So these are some of our folks. You can see here it's mostly women. There's 1, 2, 3 men. Yeah, me, Jeffrey, and I've forgotten his name. Whoops, forgotten. But anyway, there's Aria, and there's a whole lot of people. This is Jeffrey. This is this lovely woman's from Malaysia. We got Rara. I think her name is Rara. Yes. Yeah, so I just put a link. I put a link down there in the comments of where you can join Sleep Tribe. But this is our group where we join. We hang out once a week. And there'll also be a video messaging app where you can communicate with members in between those weekly calls. This is an example of it. These are some of the members here who are just chatting to one another. And you know, I've done programs like this before. It runs about $1,000. I have a stop drinking program which is $7,500. So, because that has a huge, profound impact in people's lives. So it's only $297 to do Sleep Tribe, even though it's probably worth $2,000, $2,500. I mean, if you do a sleep study, it's about $3,000 to $10,000. So this is $297, which is super cheap by comparison. Again, appropriate accountability increases your chances of success by 95%. When you've got check-ins with accountability partners, really, really, really important. Because, you know, I can tell you all this stuff, but will you actually do it? And maybe you want to have some fun with this. I'll show you. This is the link here, and I'll sorry, before I go, I'll also just say here, we'll also include the sleep hypnotherapy track for you. So I'll make sure I send that out to you as well. And then I'll show you where you can do the interest-free payments if you want. So this is the link. If you go to this link here, which is in the comments, you can actually click right here. You click the Buy Now button. It'll come to this page, and then you just choose it there, pay in 4 installments. So it'll be $74.25, and that can be charged over 4 weeks if you like, or you can just pay the full amount. But that's the link. Now there's also, let me just show you, you can also get some of our physical products as well. If you haven't yet got some blue light blocking glasses and an eye mask, then you can add this bundle. This is the Swannies glasses here. We'll also send out our anti-blue light light bulbs, and we'll send you our silicone sound blocking earplugs. Plus, we've got the world's best sleep mask, which was voted the world's best sleep mask back in 2017. I think there's something else. Oh yeah, and we'll send you some sleep tea as well. This is some of the tea that I was drinking before, which is really, really helpful to help you drift off easily rather than alcohol. So we'll include all of that. If you wear prescription glasses, we'll send you the fit overs here. And it's just another couple $100 on top of the Sleep Tribe. So you've got a couple choices there. You can either just join us in Sleep Tribe, or you can access the upgrade bundle as well. I'll show you where that looks on that page. This is the upgrade here. So this is just the training and the accountability. This is the training, accountability plus the physical products. And what you do is you just go over here, and you'd actually just pay. You could pay in installments there, break it up into 4 payments, $134, or you could pay the whole thing. So it's $497, which includes all of the products. Yeah, so you just click that there. So let me just come back here. There are some people wearing our glasses, some pretty famous, noteworthy people: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Max Lugavere, Denver Broncos football team, Dr. Josh Axe. All these folks wear our products to help sleep, because it's been proven to help you sleep. And also give you a money-back guarantee. If you don't see a noticeable improvement, then we'll refund your money. But almost everyone sees a massive improvement in their sleep. So just to join us in Sleep Tribe, it's $297 as a one-time, or you can break it up into 2 payments or 4 payments, and then do that, and you'll be like Sleeping Beauty. That's me, by the way. Okay, who's got questions? Go ahead and ask me some questions, and we'll give away some free stuff as well. Any questions about Sleep Tribe? Anything I can answer? Any questions about the training? What felt valuable for you? I'd love to know. Who's got some questions? Let's have them. I would love to answer anything. And who's joining us in Sleep Tribe? Let me know. If you join on Sleep Tribe on this call live while I'm here as well, I'll give you a big shout out, and I'll actually even give you a quick phone call as well. I'll call you to congratulate you, and also to welcome you into our community. Kathy says, I'm interested in purchasing your blue light blocking glasses. Do you have a link? Yes. Which glasses would you like, Kathy? Do you want the nighttime ones? If so, you can go to swanwicksleep.com, or there's actually you can get them on Amazon as well. And if you'd like some, and if you wanted to get like the eye mask and all that stuff, there is a discount on these products here. If you wanted to get the whole sleep kit, there's the glasses, the blue light bulbs, the mask, and the silicone earplugs. But yeah, the swanwicksleep.com is the website where you can get a pair of the glasses, and also if you type in Swannies on Amazon as well, that'll come up. Or Swanwick. If you type in Swanwick on Amazon, depending on which way you want to order them. I could bring up the site. Actually, why don't I bring up let me just bring up the site here. It'll be easier for me to show you. So this is our website, and these are the styles that we have. We've got the Aviators. We've got this is the difference between the day and the night. I've just put a link in the comments there for you. If you wear prescription glasses, you can wear the prescription glasses. If you have kids, you can wear the kids' glasses here, obviously. And then, so I hope that's helpful. That's the website. And if you go to Amazon, I think if you go to Amazon and type in Amazon Swanwick, we should come up as well. Let's have a look. There we go. So if we just type in Swanwick, there we go. You can see there our glasses there pop up. So lots of places here. We've got 1,176 reviews, 4.5-star reviews, which is pretty cool. What was the question here? Betsy says, I'm wondering how the routines help with night sweats. Do they reduce cortisol? Yes, because cortisol comes from obviously daylight, eating poorly, eating at the wrong times, stress. Oh wow, stress and anxiety. Like the whole point of this sleep tribe is really to do anything we can to reduce your stress and anxiety, because cortisol floods the system when we're stressed and anxious. So to reduce cortisol, Betsy, absolutely all of these routines are going to help you with that, because if we can make you a happy human, or at least a happier human, then that cortisol level is going to drop. And cortisol is responsible for unwanted weight gain. You know, we don't want fat. We don't want we don't want to store fat. We want our metabolism working the way it's supposed to work. So making sure you have exposing yourself to sunlight in the morning, making sure that you don't drink alcohol or eat within 3 hours of sleep. If you're going to drink coffee, don't drink within 8 hours of bed. Like drinking coffee first thing in the morning, Betsy, for example, is really, really bad for cortisol, because you're basically just delaying how long cortisol stays in the system. If you are going to drink coffee, you're better off waking up and waiting about an hour and then drinking coffee, because to give your body's cortisol levels enough time to kind of peak and then kind of drop. But if you drink coffee first thing in the morning when your cortisol levels are already high, the coffee is just going to prolong how long the cortisol stays in your system at that level. Does that make sense? So yes, I would excuse me, I invite you to join us in Sleep Tribe if you want to come and get some accountability on that, and some more coachings and trainings, especially around reducing cortisol by reducing stress and anxiety. That's my area of expertise. Like, I'm really good at making sure that I get this kind of response on the calls, people smiling and happy, because a lot of people come on the calls initially when they first come on and they're a bit having a tough time, and then we do a series of exercises that get people feeling good, and then we all make promises to each other what we're going to do in the coming days, and then we check in with each other on this little app here, and we stay the course. By that I mean we make sure that we listen to the hypnotherapy. We make sure that we wear the glasses at nighttime. We make sure that we use the better nights light bulbs, etc. So yeah. So I'd invite you. There's a link in the comments here that you can see just up above that starts with go.swanicsleep tribe. So if you'd like to join us in that, I will see you on Monday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, and we'll introduce you to everyone on the call, and there'll be some other new people joining us, and it's a really fun group, and most importantly, it helps it helps build the human by reducing stress and anxiety and ensuring a great night's sleep. Betsy says, thanks for the info. You're welcome. All right. Any questions? Any other questions? Any other thoughts, concerns? How was this? What felt valuable for you? We're gonna sign off here shortly. So any last comments, thoughts, concerns, questions, feedback, I will take right now. If you're watching on the replay, I hope this was super helpful for you as well. I want to make sure that everyone can sleep as well as they can, especially you lovely ladies. We need you. We need you in the world to be the best women that you can be. I mean, just like you need our men to be the best men that we can be. But yeah, I can tell you now, having a sore back, it's very, very unpleasant. Thankfully, this is just not once in a lifetime, but this only happens once every couple of years or so. But it's very painful. But I know that a lot of you have very painful lives because of ongoing sleep challenges and ongoing cortisol and stress and anxiety, and it can be emotionally draining and crippling. I get it, because I'm feeling not particularly at my best because of this back pain that I'm having. So the thing that works, that has always worked for me, has just been investing in myself, which is coaching, accountability, education, knowledge, and then applied knowledge. So I hope that this was helpful. Any other last minute questions? If you leave your emails there, I'll make sure that I get you the 47-day habit hacker. I promised I'd give away the prizes as well. So if you can leave your details there with Reza, I will make sure that we get your free 47-day habit hacker sent to you, because I did promise it to people who would ask me questions in the questions section. So if you could just leave your email address there, I will have my assistant make sure that she gets our 47-day habit hacker program sent out to you. And yeah, if there's no other questions or thoughts, thank you so much for being here. It's great to spend time with you, and I look forward to seeing some of you on Monday night in our sleep tribe. Thanks again, and see you later.